Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, you know it's a beautiful day when you get to watch Star Wars, so welcomely deserved, get absolutely roasted by everybody out there, especially the fans, especially anybody excited about their next installments out there, realizing the fact that this is going to be a bunch of hot garbage, and then when they actually end up doing it to themselves because they're pushing insane requirements out there for a game that everybody should be able to play relatively easy at a good rate out there. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Star Wars and Outlaws has officially set all of the fans off once again because their information about the requirements in order to play this game at its highest resolution requires a bunch of unnecessary and expensive hardware that a lot of people obviously can't afford, and the majority of people out there don't have on their systems out there to even run this game at a decent quality level. And ladies and gentlemen, it's once again showing you that they are trying to push the blame on all of you out there for not having you're not the elites, you don't have the best and fanciest hardware, so of course it's going to look like trash on your system. No. We have seen IGN's gameplay out there that was supposedly at the highest end of hardware out there we've already seen, and we know this game is going to be hot garbage. But once again, they are trying, just like they try to do all the ists and phobe nonsense out there when they know something's going to be a disastrous dumpster fire, they are now out there putting insane requirements on the users, on you out there, the purchaser, that if you're not happy with your game, well, I'm sorry, get good, noob. Just upgrade your hardware. It's not our fault your stuff can't handle our fancy new game. No, it's their trash game and them not wanting to put the effort into this to actually make it compatible with anybody out there to run at a decent quality. So once again, they can blame you when this game fails miserably. So we're going to share this article from That Park Place, getting all of these insane requirements they have for this game, and as well get some of the reaction that we're already getting out there from the fans, because trust me, the Star Wars fans out there, the gaming fans out there are not happy about this in any way, shape, or form, and they rightly deserve to be so. Before we do, though, if you do enjoy our content, hit that like button, share with all your friends, and subscribe or follow if you have not already, because we are garnered, we are gaining, we are going farther and farther, we're inching closer and closer to that 1,100 subscribers, and we could not do that without every single one of you. Also, leave us a comment down below. Let us know if your PC or if your PC has the hardware to handle this game, or if you think this is absolutely insane and just one more excuse for them to cover up how bad and trash and abysmal this game will be on launch. So PC gamers roast Star Wars Outlaws after system requirements are revealed by our dear sweet John F. Trent over there at That Park Place. PC gamers did not hold back their disdain for Ubisoft and Star Wars Outlaws after Ubisoft announced their system requirements. On the official Star Wars Outlaws website, Ubisoft revealed that the recommended specifications to achieve at 60 frames per second at a 1080p require an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3060 Ti or an AMD Radeon RX 6700 or better graphics cards. The graphics presets will need to be set high with the upscaler set to quality. If I need that kind of hardware just in order to run this game, why do we need an upscaler? Why do we need something on our end to improve the quality of your $70 to $130 game? Why do we have to spend thousands of dollars on hardware and an upscaler to get your $120 game to go well? And don't get me wrong, I've got the requirements. I've got the 480 Ti. Right? I've got the GeForce RTX. I can handle this. Shout out to Alec Baldwin's fingers, the only reason I have this PC and this kind of hardware. But holy cow, I'm half tempted just to get this game, even though God knows I don't want to spend any money or support this trash in any way, shape, or form. But at the end of the day, somebody's got to look at this and show you how exactly broken this thing really is, even on the hardware that's above the quality of what they recommend. Now, for all of you who might not have this, well, you're not going to get to play it at 60 frames per second because the minimum requirements for this game are an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1660, an AMD 5600 STEL, an Intel Arc, or a better graphics cards with the preset set to low, and once again starting to set the upscaler to quality, and you'll get 1080 at 30 frames per second. But boys and girls, it gets better, even with my high-end Meta PCs that Alec Baldwin finger got me. I can't run this at its highest quality. The high requirements are NVIDIA's GeForce RTX 3080, NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4070 or an AMD at 4070, and that gets you 1440p and 60 frames per second. So I've got the one for this one. But the Ultra system requirements, ladies and gentlemen, an NVIDIA GF4 RTX 4080. You know, that one that just came out not that long ago? The hottest, most powerful thing on the market? Yeah, that's the only way you're going to see it in their high-def quality. But once again, you still have to have the graphics preset to Ultra and the upscaler set to quality. Even with the latest and greatest GPUs out there, you still need an upscaler to get this game to look good. On that game place, YouTuber Stone Loki detailed in order to play the game via the minimum requirements, PC players would have to shell out at least $1,200. At the recommended level, it would cost them $1,528. And at the high specifications, it would cost at least $1,645. Finally, he detailed in order to play it in 4K, it will cost you at least $2,362. The graphics card alone to play in 4K is $1,100. So you already have a game that they are asking out the door for $120 for the full and complete game with all its missions. And now you have to spend over $2,300 just to make sure you can play it in full 4K Ultra HD resolution. Once again, this is their excuse to blame you when the graphics and all the videos come out of all the streamers and all of everybody else, and just the thousands upon thousands of videos of all of this evidence that just dog piles on top of them, drowns out any excuse they will have about how bad and broken this game is. Because I guarantee you, there are streamers out there that will have this exact high-end, ultra, ready-to-go hardware. And watch how many broken videos we even get out of them. Mark my words, boys and girls, because that's the point, right? That's why these guys are out and do that. That's why these reviewers out there go out and buy this stuff. That's why they go out there and stream this stuff. Because otherwise, the only people would be hearing from is people like IGN and all those people that they spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on to fly them out to Los Angeles and hobnob and smooze them. You would only be hearing from the simps and the pixie dusters. But this is the cool part. When this game releases, we will have thousands of videos showing exactly how broken and unworkable this game is. A game they are asking you to spend $120 on. But of course, just like the is and the phobe stuff, it'll be, well, it's your fault. It's your fault, surf. It's your fault, poor person. Stop being poor. Spend $3,000 on a PC like the rest of us elites that say the game's wonderful. Stop being a peasant. That's exactly how these people treat you. That's exactly how it is. But of course, gamers are not putting up with it. Gamers are not enthused by those requirements. One player on X wrote, I hope this game looks much better than the trailers. Otherwise, this performance is just laughable. Not much confidence in this game in any capacity, unfortunately. Doubt any form of acceleration can really fix the underlying performance. Yep, why are they asking you to use an upscaler for a game that is $120? Another one responded, bro, 1440p at 60 frames per second on a 3080 or a 6800 XT at quality mode? What the fuck is this bullshit? How the fuck do these cards go for 1440p ultra native 60 frames per second to upscaler dependent cards? Oh, that's right, because they didn't bother with performance issues of the game. Thank God the game is shit. Easy skip, says Timo. Florin puts out here, frame gen upscalers were supposed to bring more performance. In the end, the tech is used to fix piss poor performance, right? The upscalers were meant for like older games and stuff that weren't meant for the current era hardware. So you can make them look pretty and you can run this 4K and all this other stuff. No. Instead of actually spending the time to make you a good quality game, they would much rather just depend on their upscalers to fix their own lazy ass game work. That's exactly what it comes down to. Another one right over here said, I need to know why we are still talking about upscaling for $1,000 GPUs. If you can't make your game run at 60 frames per second, no, not 300, this isn't an esports title, on the best hardware available, then you need to go back and optimize. Yep. And that's not what they would want to do? No. Because they already know this game's going to flop. It's going to cost them hundreds of millions of dollars no matter what they do. They have burned probably $250, $300 million between marketing, which they admitted, Ubisoft admitted, was the largest they have ever spent on a game ever in the history of their company for the marketing for Star Wars Outlaws, plus the hundreds of millions of dollars they spent in development over God only knows how many years this game took. All for what? Something that they didn't want to push back after all the complaints, after all the customers, after all the fans out there said this looks broken and buggy and you need to go back and fix it. Why are they not delaying it? Because they already know this game's going to be a disastrous dumpster fire. And now they're putting out these insane requirements for your PC in order to play this game at a good quality, in order so that way they can blame you and not take responsibility for their own failings and for their own issues. Well, guess what, boys and girls? We're not going to let them get away with that. We know that they put their checkbox diversity requirements over hiring good people that can tell a good story and develop a properly functioning game. They spent more money on consultants and companies like Sweet Baby Inc. than they did on actual time developing a proper good Star Wars game that gives us that Star Wars feel that works for the majority of gamers out there. No. They don't care about that because they never cared about you, and they certainly never cared about Star Wars, and they certainly never cared about gaming. All they ever saw Star Wars and gaming was as a vehicle to drive their agenda. And now we see the end result with that. Not only does it fail at the box office and give you horrible, ridiculously unimaginable stories that make no sense whatsoever, when they concentrated on gaming, not only do they give you that with the storytelling, but they also give you a broken, buggy, low graphics game that they're going to charge you $120 for, and then blame you because you haven't spent the thousands of dollars on PC upgrades like all of those elites out there have. Well, guess what? Fuck you and fuck this. I can't wait to see this game burn down to the ground, cost you hundreds of millions of dollars, and see the exact broken, buggy mess this game will be when it comes out. And guess what, Ubisoft? Disney Star Wars? You did it to yourself, and you get exactly what you deserve.